Hello, my name is Carlos, and the artist I chose is Diego Rivera. Diego Rivera was a Mexican artist who was part of the muralist movement and was known for his murals that contained strong political statements. Diego Rivera used a painting technique called fresco painting, which involves painting with water-based paint directly onto wet plaster so that the paint becomes an integral part of the plaster. Diego Rivera married Frida Kahlo, who was another famous artist that would often collaborate with him. Diego Rivera's career was long and it lasted through 1907 to 1957. Diego Rivera was part of the muralist movement and he made amazing artwork all throughout 50 years. Rivera would constantly travel between Europe, United States, and Mexico, which enabled him to be well known internationally. He painted murals in the United States at places like the California School of Fine Arts, the American Stock Exchange Luncheon Club, and the Detroit Institute of the Arts. The ideology behind Diego's work had mostly to do with his political beliefs. Diego was a member of the Communist Party, and he would often express his beliefs through his work. He would often create murals that would have attacks against capitalism, the church, and the ruling class. His beliefs made him gain a very controversial reputation all around Mexico and the United States, which caused some of his murals to be taken down or hidden away from the public. Some other themes present in his work were social inequality, industry and technology, and in the history of Mexico. One of Diego's most famous paintings is the Detroit Industry mural. The Detroit Industry consisted of 27 fresco panels and is located in the Detroit Institute of Art. The mural was inspired by the lives of workers at the Ford Motor Company, and the 27 panels would often compare the workers with management. And this mural was very controversial because one of the walls showed a kid being vaccinated, and on his side were two people. These two people were this image was inspired by Jesus and when by Jesus and when he was being attended by Mary and Joseph. So this being a religious image was very controversial because many people disagreed with this and didn't want this image to be in this kind of mural. So there were many petitions to take it down. They were unsuccessful, and the mural still is still at the Detroit Institute of Art. Some other work that represent Diego are Man at the Crossroads, which he made in 1934, in the Arsenal that he made in 1928, and Sunday Afternoon in Alameda Central Park that he made in 1947. Man at the Crossroads was made in 1934 at the Rockefeller Center in New York. The mural was very controversial because it included the image of Vladimir Lenin and a Soviet Russian May Day parade. The mural was destroyed due to the controversy and was never finished. Later on, Diego Rivera returned to Mexico, where he was able to recreate this mural at the Palacio of Bellas Artes in Mexico City. He renamed the mural as Man, Controller of the Universe. Image number 2 is of a mural known as In the Arsenal, and this mural depicted the Mexican Revolution. It also included Frida Kahlo as the central figure, and it shows her handing out weapons to the revolutionary soldiers. Image number 3, Sunday Afternoon in Alameda Central Park, is a mural that represents three principal eras of Mexican history: the conquest, the Porfiriato dictatorship, and the Revolution of 1910. In chronological order, starting from left to right, we meet numerous prominent figures from Mexican history. And in the center, we can see Diego Rivera as a 10-year-old, which is holding hands with the Catrina. Diego Rivera was able to find great influence for his artwork when he moved to Europe in 1907 to study in Paris. There he was exposed to many different painting styles and movements. At the beginning of his career, he was heavily influenced by Cubism, and he was even able to meet Pablo Picasso in 1914. A couple years after this, he changed his art style and he was most inspired by Paul Cézanne. Uh, he began using more simple shapes and vibrant colors. Diego Rivera was part of the Muralist movement, and some of his contemporaries were David Alfaro Siqueiros and Jose Clemente Orozco. These three people were known as the Three Great Ones and were considered the biggest figures of the movement. With their murals, they would create art that would educate the literate people about Mexican history and especially the Mexican Revolution, as well as to present a powerful vision of its future. One of Diego's most famous or most well-known colleagues was Frida Kahlo, which was known for her self-portraits, and her painting style was mostly surrealism. The two met when Frida was an art student looking for advice from an older, more experienced artist like Diego Rivera. Uh, After this, they would often collaborate, and Diego Rivera would often include an image of Frida Kahlo in his murals. For example, A Walk in Central Park, Alameda, and in Arsenal. One of Diego's most important contributions to the design field is reintroducing fresco painting into modern art. Diego Rivera was considered the greatest Mexican painter of the 20th century, and he was accredited with the reintroduction of the fresco painting into modern art and architecture.